Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Larry's Anything Goes. Hopefully, you're having a great day. If you've been watching Larry's Anything Goes programming, you know that we are not only providing great financial intelligence content as much as possible by interviewing other financial professionals, professionals in the travel industry, real estate industry, etc., and so forth, but we provide various services when it comes to specific products that we sell, from anything that you would actually find on Amazon or actually at Walmart, etc., and so forth. And we are actually providing specific products due to today's current crisis and whatnot to ensure that we provide the right services and products that you need at a reasonable price when it comes to medical face masks, when it comes to hand sanitizer, and when it comes to latex gloves and things of that nature, and etc., and so forth, toilet paper, paper towels. But we have what you need. Also, family, don't forget that Larry's Anything Goes is a part of an affiliate marketing network known as Gold Standard Partners, where you have the opportunity to buy cryptocurrency and allow others to invest with you as becoming an affiliate marketing partner. And obviously, if they purchase a package with the program, you're able to make money off their package purchases and make money off of their crypto purchases and things of that nature. If you want to join, please follow the links in the description, and I'll give you a call as soon as you sign up and purchase a package, and we'll go from there. But definitely, it's all about the best way to make money moves is to have currency with one another and to ensure that currency is always being spoken of on all levels so it benefits everyone and not just one specific person. That's a lot of things that people forget about. So think about joining the program and we'll be able to go from there. But if not, either way, it's always appreciated. And thank you for watching. And hopefully you guys have a great day and continuously make money moves so you don't live broke like a fool. Take care. As you can see, with our various products, we have our financial apparel, as you see, wearing There's Anything Goes t-shirt, financial intelligence is sexy, face masks, latex gloves, things of that nature, to obviously ensure the safety of you and your family all at the same time. We want to ensure that you get the best products and see the actual products that we're actually providing for you, and giving you another view of not only the shirts and the medical masks, but actually another view of actual latex gloves and the actual hand sanitizer. Because one thing we've learned throughout this unfortunate crisis is that we have to take more precautionary measures to ensure not only the safety for ourselves, but for our families. And having a great pair of hand sanitizers, latex gloves, and medical face masks will ensure that safety. And with all that being said, hopefully you guys will check out our online store. We have the various products that you see here. With a couple of clicks, especially if you're paying via PayPal, it makes life that much easier for you to purchase our various products, especially during this unfortunate situation. You see the apparel from Larry's Anything Goes. We have the medical products when it comes to hand sanitizer, latex gloves, medical face masks, things of that nature, and various other products. So please check out Larry's Anything Goes. Support small local businesses. We greatly appreciate it, and hopefully that you have a good day. All right, our goes the family. Welcome back to Larry's Anything Goes. Hopefully you guys having a great and exceptional moment here. Just going to check my audio, make sure that I'm good. Still working out some connectivity issues, and I'm going to do some more research and to see if anybody else has been having issues with StreamYard like I've been having. It's till a month ago. It was actually a great platform, but recently issues with StreamYard, like I've been having. So a month ago, it's actually a great platform, but recently, okay, so I can hear the audio. So, all right, cool. Well, for the most part, it's worked out. Anyways, so I'm basically be talking about today about how people have lost their minds. Really, just celebrities, especially people that I've been either people that I've recently just learned about, or people that I've been watching since I grew up. Like, great example, I just learned about Jonathan Majors with the movie Creed. I know he's been around for a minute, but I'm not an anime guy. So when I saw him in a movie that dealt with real life stuff like boxing and people coming from the hood and people in the thing, I said, "Oh man!" I played the role. Him, Michael B. Jordan. It's a great combination. If you haven't seen Creed 3, see Creed 3. Like I said, I'm always the guy that's well, I rarely ever talk about movies, so if I endorse it, means a lot because I'm not a movie person, not entertainment person whatsoever. Anyways, I digress. But finally, so now Jonathan Majors and Megan Good are dating. If you know, Jonathan Majors has had some issues, domestic situations. Allegedly, he's been allegedly charged with rape. So I said allegedly. I'm not putting any false information out there. This is just according to the media. Um, but and the charges, I believe, ones in New York were dropped, even though I think he spent one night in New York, in New York jail. But recently, Jonathan Majors is dating Megan Good now. Um, and hey, Megan Good has had her issues with having her different, nobody's perfect, so I'm not talking bad about anybody, but she's had her issue, not even issues, but situations, not issues, but situations where her ex-husband, I believe he was her, and I remember people in the church were, condemning her for her roles in Hollywood and all this other stuff. And I respect people's religious beliefs, but I've never been a fan of most organizations because when I go to specific, it can be religious, non-religious, whatever have you. Um, it always just feels like it's back in high school. You got to be a part of a clique, and I'm a grown man. I don't got time to be a part of cliques. But yeah, last Saturday, Jonathan Majors and Megan Good were seen arriving in Los Angeles after leaving New York City, and if it works out, great. But I just at this point, I think that they both at this point they need to take a look in the mirror and just relook at their lives and see what they can do from there. Because I guess my whole thing with celebrities, especially nowadays, when people are making millions of dollars a year, regular everyday working people, we're like, and they're always in the media tabloids from a negative perspective, or they're always getting into some sort of trouble from a law enforcement perspective. I'm just like, most working people, if they even had $500,000, because these people make millions of dollars a year, they would, not all, but most, you know what I mean, as far as the ones who have consistent work in Hollywood. You would think that they find a way to just stay out of trouble. And I mean, because I think even certain people, they're the types that don't need to live in New York City. They don't need to live in Los Angeles because, or they don't even need to live in Atlanta because those are the main places where film production is taking place at in the United States of America. Other part of the country it takes place, but those are the majority of the time. That's where film production is taking place. Georgia, New York, and California. And I understand and respect the actors and actresses and the comedians who don't live in those specific enclaves because they want to be away from the nonsense. I mean, even Ice-T talks about how, even to this day, and I believe Ice-T is in his 60s, even to this day, you have people that are still trying to test him and see if he's going to do anything. And, because people, they know that all and sue you, and then that could be all she wrote. You could lose your career. Just like that brain dead idiot, and I'm calling this individual that, who kept messing with Mike Tyson on the airplane, and Mike Tyson gave him a two-piece, and he's lucky that he didn't kill him, but Mike Tyson gave him the one hit a quitter. Really wasn't even a two-piece. I think after the first hit, he was knocked out, but he's lucky he didn't kill him. you know, because the guy kept badgering him and badgering him. And of course, the airline stewardess, the pilot, they did nothing to stop this nonsense. And I know they were in the air when it happened, but still, it's just like it's insane. But you have celebrities that unfortunately get put in a position to where you know people are just literally badgering them to the point where any regular human being is going to snap. But you're always in a position. It's like, and I can just caution any person who's a celebrity or wants to be a celebrity. The moment you walk out of your house, any regular person, the moment they walk out of the house, they're stepping into a war zone. I don't care what neighborhood you live in, state, city, you're stepping into a war zone. But even more so when you are a high profile celebrity on any level, you are stepping in a war zone. And you got to be ready to be engaged with the enemy, and the enemy comes in all shapes, sizes, and colors. All right. So you got to be, unfortunately, you have to be able to be more strategic, engage with the enemy, be more stealth with it from there, because you are constantly battling people that want to see, they're hating on what you have, or they don't hate on what you have, but they just want to see you crumble because it makes them feel good, warm and fuzzy inside. And with that being said, that's the main thing I wanted to say about that, as far as just a lot of celebrities, because I think a lot of celebrities have just lost their minds too, because and celebrities and athletes, because I can really talk about this other gentleman. Um, keeps getting for some odd reason, and this guy got suspended for waving a gun on Instagram, you know, and I don't understand it. All right, now I know I'm late on this, but it is what it is. Um, John, I know I'm late on this one, but John Morant ended after waving his gun online, and because he played Memphis Grizzlies, and he's been suspended from all team activities after video showing he was holding a gun, circulating it around on all social media platforms on a Saturday night. And the announcement of the suspension, which is pending a league review, in a statement Sunday, 2 months, the NBA suspended Ja Morant over a similar incident. Um, and they say, quote, are aware of social media posts involving Ja Morant and are in the process of gathering more information. And I'm all for everybody gun rights. So if you listen, I'm not talking about anybody not being able to carry their guns. I'm all for everybody being able to protect themselves. This whole fake want to be a gangster thug and just waving it around on the internet nonsense. Even when you're a regular person that can raise the flag, um, it's one thing if you're at a shooting range, and because you have families that are sit in the living room and take pictures with their guns. I think it's stupid, but do what you do. I don't really care. It does not affect my life, but this whole want to be a gangster thug nonsense culture, a lot of times you gotta it's nice for the rappers, but when you're an NBA player and you're at the end of the day, you're just a high paid employee. All right. You're not a boss. You work for some, because you have people. I think this is wrong. People should have a right to protect themselves. Nobody's disagreeing with that. But it's just a crazy thing. When you have a job, and in today's social media world, it makes it easier for your employer to see what you're engaged in. And it makes me laugh because 10 years ago, when social media really started, back in 2012, 2013, social media really was starting to blow up, and it was just a normal thing for young people specifically to be on. Okay. It was just a normal thing for young people to be on. And they were talking about, hey, be careful what you put out there. This is back in 2013. I remember, because your employer is going to look at, or future employers are going to look at this, and this could hurt your quality of life, or your way to be able to make a decent living. Or not even employers, even if you are an entrepreneur. Okay. Hurt future clients of yours to see, hey, do I want to do business with this person? What kind of values is this person? These are all things that are encompassing, and a lot of times people just don't want to listen to reason. There's is certain things that just should not be done online. It is what it is. Don't put every single thing about yourself on the internet, because a lot of times that takes away any imagination about who you are as an individual. Certain things should just be left unsaid, kept under wraps, and call it a day. But what do I know, right? That's just my opinion on that. But because this gentleman, John Morant, and like I said, I just been familiar with him the last 2 weeks because I don't watch sports. But this is costing him millions of dollars. And that's the thing that blows me. It's like, are you just, you know, he's got a $194 million max contract, which is set to begin in the coming season. And it could have been escalated to a super max if he had made all NBA, had made all the NBA games during the season. But, it's cost him about $39 million, article says, in future earnings. $39 million. Most people will never see $1 million in their lifetime. But you cost 35, you've let $39 million go because you want to be Billy the Kid, you want to be the man, you want to be a thug. I want to run the streets and I just do my thing, you know what I'm saying? I shoot the gun and I wait the gun, let people know I ain't nobody to mess with, because that's just what I do. That kind of nonsense. And yes, I'm mocking people that like to sound like that because, sounding like you read and have engage in intelligent conversations a lot of times. I know that's not popular. I always say this, if I talk like this and I'm saying, hey, what's up, welcome to Larry's Anything Goes LLC, you know what it is, I would probably get away with all that stuff. But because I don't speak like that and I speak with some diction, and I like to just say I speak like a grown man and speak like I read books and engage in intelligent conversation, I don't get that many views like that. But what it is. I'm already hope that $39 million is worth it, because me, I get $39 million, you're not gonna hear nothing from me. I wouldn't even need to work for anybody anymore, but that's just me. I'm a simpleton like that. This is what it is. So stupid is as stupid does, and a lot of people on his side, even Lil Wayne had something to say and be like, y'all don't even know him. I don't even care. He's costing himself his livelihood. It's not even about me, you know, but you costing yourself your livelihood. It doesn't affect you play ball or you don't, whether you exist or you don't. I don't wish death on anybody, but I always affect my pay and it doesn't get in my way, then I don't let it affect my day. What you're doing is affecting your pay, therefore it's affecting your day, not mine. So I don't understand. I just got to keep it real and keep it simple on that note. All right. So last but definitely not least, there was an article that I was reading the other day. Even a buddy of mine I was talking to, he read the same article, and I was just like, very interesting. And the article talks about the lack of commercial real estate. I mean, the commercial real estate demand basically going down, specifically in San Francisco. Now, all major cities, like the big places are right now, the major cities in California, New York City, Washington, D.C., because even the mayor of Washington was complaining because basically the city and a lot of city businesses have lost revenue because of the remote work atmosphere that here. And you still have a lot of people that are trying to push back, really, because you have managers who are stuck in the 1980s. They're people, aka Michael. I'm sure you have a lot of lobbyists who are lobbying for people to go back to work. You have a lot of people who are lobbying for people to go back to work because major cities lose tax revenue when people are at home. All right. That means people aren't riding the public transportation. People aren't taking the Ubers. People are not driving. So therefore gas is money. And then you have, if people are not coming to your city, then therefore that means you're getting that. When I say taxes, of taxes from all the things that I just mentioned. Plus, when people want to go get something to eat, that's when you pay a tax. I don't care what city or state you live in. Corporations and government run off of one thing: money. So, like I said, I'm from the DMV area, so I can mention the whole DC thing. It's because basically he's lost a lot of tax revenue from a sales tax perspective, and then of course a lot of the businesses are probably, hey, there's not a lot of people here. here, and it's affecting our business and whatnot. We'll have to close up shop. So then, therefore, that's less money for the company. Therefore, less business licenses, less business taxes. You get my drift on this one. So that everything's about money. That's why I would say make money moves or live bro like a fool. I mean, it's a very simple concept. But anyways, um, that is the thing. But major cities, especially from a commercial real estate, they're losing ground because commercial real estate will never be the same. And I remember talking about this when I was having my online panels. I was talking about, hey, with the new remote work jobs, the world will never be the same. And the way that people look at commercial real estate will change. You have to have it to get somebody to even want to come out and do stuff a lot of times nowadays. Because heck, you can order food online. Most restaurants don't have that experience to make you want to go eat, sit down, eat there. They're overcrowded, the food mediocre. The service might suck, it might not suck, but you just don't have that oomph that it used to have, especially before the pandemic. Like I said, things have changed. The mindset of people, unfortunately. A lot of people have a lot more bitterness than ever, anger than ever. Things have changed. Like I said, there's good things about living in today's world, and then there's downsides in today's world. So I cannot put it. But anyways, at the end of the day, the vacancy in San Francisco is about 30%, or about 35 million square feet that's not currently being used. And this was stated by a commercial real estate firm. The highest that San Francisco has ever seen. The firm, a spokesman from the firm stated that the Tech Insight Center vacancy rates in large cities across the country are all being affected by the move to remote work. But San Francisco is getting hit harder because it has a high concentration of software firms that work remotely. Now, one, that is 100% true. Number two, San Francisco is the most expensive. I'm going to go there in August. It's the most expensive city in the United States of freaking America. It's more expensive to live in San Francisco than it is New York City. New York and San Francisco are literally the most expensive cities in the country to live in. All right. Southern California is expensive, but it's not as bad as the Bay Area. All right. So, I mean, I think you can't get your average. It's going to be $3,500 in San Francisco. So it just makes sense for the tech firms. If they want to have the good people to work for them, then they're going to have people working remotely. During the pandemic, I remember a lot of people, it was just the last straw. A lot of people left New York. They went to the Carolinas. They went to Georgia. They went to Florida. They went to Texas. Same thing in California. They went to Washington State. They went to Oregon. They went to Idaho. They went to Nevada. They went to Arizona. They went to Texas. I'm sure a lot of people went to New Mexico because cost of living is really cheap in New Mexico. But a lot of people was like, hey, it's too expensive. The crime rate's too high. The lockdowns. And then a lot of people was like, hey, I don't want to go back to working in the office. And hey, I think most working people like, hey, I like being able to work from home. There's no, it's like that old saying from the movie The Wizard of Oz with Dorothy. When she cooked her Red Hill, says there's no place like home. Click. There's no place like home. Click. And you can't. It's purity paradise. Less nonsense. Less drama. Get things done. Life is better. So, but cities like San Francisco, Angeles, that are overpriced, San Diego, the remote jobs it's not even just the future, it is the now. Cisco will never be the same. New York City will never be the same. And like I said, the upside gentrification is, it makes the areas of the city looks much more better. However, a lot of these major cities lose their vibrancy and their culture because I don't care what anybody says, quote unquote, working people who are not rich, make a place more vibrant, Because of the in a city like New York, that's why I don't want to go anymore. Because it doesn't have that magic that it had back in the 90s. Because it's gotten so overpriced that the people who made that city what it really was is no longer there. So it is what it is. But But anyways, the Alexander Quinn, director of research with Jones Lang LaSalle Commercial Real Estate, said that the city is almost getting hit because it had been a hub for commuters, those that are less comfortable going on transit, which has definitely been the case during the pandemic. They've been most slow to come back to the office. While a few landlords have been slightly lowering prices, most in the newer, taller buildings have not. In fact, some buildings with the best view actually raising their leasing prices because of high demand from companies that are being picky about where they will keep their remaining office spaces. They want to be at the top of these tall buildings, and they want to be in the buildings along the waterfront with beautiful views because they're trying to get their employees to come back to the office. Well, here's my thing. Uh, I think most people, I'm not going to, maybe I should run a poll, but I think most people like, I don't care about a view, I care about comfort. I care about, especially if you live in a state like California, I care about saving money on gas miles. So, it's like, I think, what is it? The cheapest gas you'll find in California is going to be $5 before when the gas prices got crazy, so it's really, when it comes to the companies, they have their agenda, but when it comes to working people for those companies, they're like, hey, you cannot put a price on quality of life. I remember I've made countless videos about people who quit their jobs, took salary cuts so that they could work from home because of the quality of life. Okay, you cannot put a price tag on that. Yeah, the big move is to be able to increase your income, but the even best but move have is to be able to increase their quality of life. So these corporations still think that people care. Like I said, I'm already talking about myself. I'm talking about the young generation of things coming up now. You really think they care about a view? They can go see a view on the weekend. When it comes to their day to day, they're like, "Hey, man, what?" Especially if you have kids and they have, hey, I want to be close to the home. I don't want to have to get in my car, sit in traffic. Quality of life, man, quality of life. So that's why properties are also, landlords and shorter or older properties are also not cutting prices. Instead, are offering months of free rent or money to customize their office spaces for new tenants. That's because many properties still have some building debt that is still being paid off. They can't materially retreat on rent without risk of defaulting on their buildings. According to dropping rents could also affect the value of the building and office space in the city in general, with work from home continuing downtown and the tech industry overall. The real possibility, some commercial buildings in the city could go into default, and I can see that. I can see this happening in major cities all over the place, not just in San Francisco. It could be Oklahoma City, it could be in Dallas, Texas, it could be in Houston, Texas, Austin, Texas, it could be in Miami, Florida. People, today's new worker, especially tech worker, is all about, or white collar work is all about quality of life. And like I said, the next generation is going to be like, hey, that's the thing that these young people are asking nowadays. Look for another job. Is there telework? I've had people at my old job talk about, yeah, I left my job. I'm leaving because they took away our telework access privileges. So they was like, hey, I can take my talents elsewhere. Especially when you get to a certain age. It's one thing when you're just starting out in the workforce. I get it. You need to be in an environment where you are surrounded by people who see you, who can be good mentors to you and things of that nature. But if you're a seasoned worker, my personal opinion, if you're past the age of 35 and you're seasoned in your profession, you got the credentials to say, hey, I'm a seasoned professional, regardless of what you do from a white collar worker perspective, and you say I want to work from home, there's going to be an organization out there that's going to accommodate that. And that allows people with other competitors in regard to being able to build a robust yet happy workforce. So I'll leave it at that. You know, I will leave it at that. Um, if you end up losing your employees, I just have to go old school Booker T with it and say,
don't hate the player,
hate the game. Don't hate the player, hate the game. I cannot keep it more real on that one. Don't hate the player, hate the game. That's the way life goes, and you can just leave it at that. All right. So on that note, family, I'm going to call it a night. Thank you for watching. As I always say, do the great three things. Like, share, and subscribe. I think this has been the best live stream that I've had in a minute, in over a month. So I haven't been doing live streams lately because the internet connectivity, StreamYard, and like I said, I need to do some research and see has anybody else been having. Let me do that right now before I forget and call it a night. But yeah, I'm definitely going to see if anybody else has been having an issue with StreamYard, because I'm like, this is, especially last year, it was a great service to utilize. And like I said, this year, it's just been, last couple of months, it's just been issues with StreamYard. All right, awesome. Well, have a great day, family. I'm out of here. I'm about to call it a night. It's 10 o'clock. So see y'all later. As I always say, do the great three things. Like, share, and subscribe. Have a great day. Make money moves, or you're going to live broke like a fool. Take care. Mike, now.